looks crooked through a crooked woman's eyes.
That's probably true. Are you ready for this?
No.
Matt's going to help me cook supper, but I'm going to force him to use a recipe, which is something Matt does not like to do. Matt likes to make it up as he goes.
I'm not good at following directions at all.
I wanted to share, the reason I'm encouraging him to use the recipe is because I wanted to share the recipe with you. It's one of the ones in mine and Jim's book, Celebrating Southern Appalachian Food, and it's on page 61, baked whole chicken. It's really good. It's fairly easy because once you get it all in there, you basically got your meal cooked, your supper cooked. That's how easy it is. We'll just make a pan of biscuits to go with it. We might open a jar of our corn that we've not tasted. First time we ever canned corn.
Canned corn before.
Have we? Matt keeps telling me that. I have no memory of it.
Well, you may not have, but I have.
I've erased my memory. Anyway, we're going to try a jar of it, I think, and a pan of biscuits, and that'll be a meal.
Hmm?
So I'm going to let Matt put it together, though, to tease him and see if he can follow a recipe.
How are you to know that I don't stray from the recipe
Well,
just a little?
I'll have video proof.
But it'll be too late at that point.
Well, that's true. Well, that'll just mean you failed your test. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. We've already made one change, which is not really a change. Our potatoes are small, so we're using more potatoes. But this is, I'll go over the recipe with you, and then I'll put it in the description below. We'll have a link to where you can go read the recipe for yourself or write it down or whatever. So you need 1 onion quartered or chopped roughly, 4 carrots chopped, 2 potatoes quartered or chopped roughly, 2 teaspoons paprika, 2 teaspoons garlic powder, 1 teaspoon onion powder, 1 teaspoon oregano, 1 teaspoon thyme, 1 teaspoon salt, half a teaspoon of pepper, a whole chicken, 1 tablespoon of olive oil, a half a lemon, and 1 or 2 rosemary sprigs. If you didn't have fresh rosemary, we have some, so I'll go out to the garden and get some. You could just use dried, it would be okay. That's a lot of seasonings.
I like a lot of seasoning.
But it smells really good and it's really tasty on the chicken. So then Matt's going to place vegetables on the bottom of a roasting pan or Dutch oven in a single layer. He's going to stir all those seasonings together, which we've really already done there. Pat chicken dry and then rub it with the olive oil and then spread the seasonings all over it. Place lemon and rosemary in the chicken's body cavity. Cover and cook chicken in a 450-degree oven for 15 minutes and then reduce heat for the remaining cooking time to 350 degrees. After the first 15 minutes, you will need to cook 20 minutes for each pound of chicken. Since this recipe involves a fair amount of prep and cooking time, you will probably want to choose a large bacon hen for use. Cover can be removed during the last 20 minutes of cooking to crisp up the skin if you like the crispy skin, which I know Matt does. And of course, if you've got leftovers, they can just be used in all kinds of ways. Thinking about soup, casseroles, put it in the freezer for future use, sandwiches, all kinds of things. So, what is that show we used to watch where it's like, do you accept the challenge or something?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, do you accept the challenge?
I will attempt to try.
Okay, that's good. Either way, it's going to be good. Even if Matt does say, I think I'll add a little bit of this and a little bit of that, it'd still be good. Because Matt's a good cook. I'm not as good at doing that. I like a recipe. I like the safety of a recipe. Matt likes to just be like a wizard in here.
No, sometimes it's not all that good that I can.
Oh, it is. It's good. It's good. Okay, well, I'll let you get started and I'll go out and find you some rosemary.
Okay.
And then we're going to do the biscuits, the corn, and I might do a dessert.
Why I might do.
Well,
A dessert when you have a meal like this is just a given.
it's mandatory. You
just
got to
do
have it.
Yeah.
Me and Matt got these wonderful apples at Mercier's last week. They're so good for eating, so I don't want to use them. But I was thinking of apple desserts, and then Paul and his friends played at a orchard, not Mercier's. I can't remember the name of the other one though. They played at in Ellijay. It was in Ellijay, and they sent him home with a bunch of apples, which was very, very kind of them. So Granny shared them with me, so I've got extra apples. So I might make one of the apple cakes out of mine and Jim's cookbook. But first, I will let you get started, and I will go get the rosemary for you.
Okay.
And when it, you know, I said quartered or chopped. That's just up to you how big of pieces you want them. If you want little bitty carrots or if you want big carrots, that's totally up to you. Totally up to you. I'm giving you some leeway.
Can I use my hatchet?
Yeah, if you want to. That would make a good video. I was going out to the backyard to get the rosemary, but I heard fiddle playing, so I came to investigate. Katie's playing under the shed roof. I always said I wanted somebody to play. I'm just talking. Go ahead. I always said I wanted somebody to follow me around playing the fiddle, and now I've got Katie. A true blessing. Makes me want to start dancing, that one does. Very nice to take a walk through the garden and listen to the fiddle music. There's some pumpkins we need to get. Get that little bee. Pretty. Turnips are growing good. Greens are growing good. Zinnias are falling over both ways. There was a lovely butterfly. These are falling out into the walkway. They need to be cut back. Sometimes they bend over and then start coming back up. Here's another view of our greens and our turnips down through there. Some kohlrabi on this end coming up. I have no clue if they'll do any good, but maybe they will. Lots of purslane coming up too. So this is where I had my rosemary growing this year. I guess I'll just get a sprig or two. Whoops, I might actually ought to look at what I'm cutting to get it. Maybe one more. That should be enough. Isn't this a pretty little area? Some of the petunias growing, and then that September charm, really pretty. Ira and Woodrow have been playing with this one since it's right here where we sit a lot, and so they've pulled some of the little pieces off, but they've had a lot of fun with it. Making great headway. Think that'll be enough? Three?
Yeah.
3 little pieces. I'll rinse them off for you.
Just leaving the skins on, you say?
Yeah, I don't care to leave them on. If you wanted to peel them though, you sure could. Be fine. Got it smelling good already. I guess that's an onion. You chop
I ain't
up
done a thing except cut up stuff.
I know, but once you chop up an onion, it just makes you think like something really good's gonna take place. We've got more potatoes, I think I said that, than the 4 that it calls for. Was it called? No, it calls for 2, because ours are very small, and there's more of us tonight that's gonna be eating. Austin and Corey are still eating with us. Our kitchen is still in disarray. Just helping Matt get the chicken patted off. You want to get I'll do since my hands are already dirty, I'll do the chicken part and you do the sprinkling of the powder and all that, or the spices.
Yeah, that'd work.
No, we'll get you a brush for the olive oil. Let's see, which side do we want up?
Breast.
Is that breast?
Mm-hmm.
So let's start with the back side. Me and Matt, when we're doing turkeys or whatever, like thinking about Thanksgiving, we usually do this. One of us keeps the dirty hands and one does the other stuff. Makes it nice. Sometimes you're all by yourself and wish you had 4 hands. Sometimes I wish I had like 18 hands.
If you had, I would probably not have married you because that would make you awful freaky looking.
I would be freaky looking, but think how much I could get done. You want to do the stuff first, or you want me to turn it over? You direct. I'd think about how much I could get done if I had 18 other hands going like mine go.
Yes, dear.
It'd be a lot. Go on the side. The presentation of this is pretty, like, impressive, because it's especially if you open it at the end and it gets that golden crispiness on it, and then you got those wonderful vegetables.
Oh, it'd be good.
Yeah. So Matt was asking me if it had any liquid in it. This is it. It just, once, because you cover it there in the beginning, or for most of the cooking, the juices of the chicken just come out. So everything really just cooks in that wonderful chicken juice, I guess that's what you call it.
Chicken juice. Probably should have done the lemon first. Now that I've thought of it.
Yeah, I'll get, my hands are already dirty. I can stick it in there.
So are we using all of these?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's gonna be. Gonna put some in it.
Yeah, you could if you want to. Put some out through there for sure. So if you used a smaller chicken, you could decrease the amounts of spices if you wanted to, or if you kept your hands clean like we're doing it, you could just save that for the next chicken and you'd already have it mixed up, kind of like your own personal rub. But I guess we're going to use all of it. How big was this chicken, Matt? You want to put some on the inside?
5.5 pounds.
So it was a bigger chicken. Pretty much it. So I'll stick the rosemary inside, and you want to cut the lemon for me. I'll stick it. It says 1/2 of a lemon. If you wanted to put both, you could. You could save your lemon for something else. That's what the recipe says. You wanting to use both, ain't you? Wanting to stray?
Well, the reason I stray, some of the stuff that I like,
Like
if it's in the recipe, then I think that, well, more of that would be even better.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
But that's just me.
I agree. Let's see if I can get some of the seeds out before I put them in there.
Ooh.
What, of lemon getting your cut or something? You got to cut?
Yeah, I got to cut right on the end of my thumb.
Oh. Okay. Let's see. I'll let Matt, because my hands are so dirty now. Sorry. Lift it up and show you how pretty it looks. If you can, just to tilt it a little bit. It's going to be good.
Now, lid it and put it in.
Lid it and put it in for the first 15 minutes. Is that what our recipe said? Yeah, 15 minutes at 450, then we'll reduce the heat to 350 for the rest of the cooking time. I decided I wasn't going to make a dessert since Matt said it was necessary. I wanted to use the apples, and as I started going through them, the bag that Granny gave me, there's a few that's got bad places on them, so they do need to be used up. I think there was 2 different kinds they gave Paul. Again, the bag didn't have any kind of indication what they were. That one looks like a gala, maybe. I may need more than that, but I'm going to start with those. And I'm going to use another recipe out of mine and Jim's cookbook. It's apple nut cake, except I'm going to leave the nuts completely out of it because Austin can't have nuts, so I'm just going to leave them out. So I'll link to this recipe too, but it takes 3 cups all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon baking soda, 1 teaspoon salt, 2 cups sugar, 1 1/2 cups cooking oil, 3 eggs, 2 teaspoons vanilla, 3 cups finely diced apples, and then if you were going to use the walnuts or pecans or whatever you wanted, you could add 1/2 cup. Then we're going to combine the flour, baking soda, salt, sugar, and oil. I'll show you how to do all that, which is really simple. Add eggs 1 at a time, beaten after each. Add vanilla, apples, and nuts. Pour into 9 by 13 baking pan. Bake at 325 degrees for 1 hour or until done. Check with a toothpick, you can tell. It takes only an hour in my oven, but ovens vary, so yours might be more or less. And then it's got a glaze, makes it really good. You pour it on when it's hot. I like those kinds, so it's like immediate satisfaction. You don't have to wait for it to cool. And the glaze is 1 stick butter, 1 cup evaporated milk, 1 cup sugar, and you just combine all ingredients in a small saucepan, bring to a boil for 2 to 3 minutes, and then pour over the cake. So it's really, really fairly easy. I'm not going to use the nuts, like I said, and I'm going to have to adjust the temperature because we're baking the chicken at 350. So instead of 325, I'll be baking it a little bit faster. I think it'll be okay though. I think so. And as far as the cooking oil, you could use whatever you prefer. I'm using avocado oil. I've used vegetable oil, canola oil, whatever in the past. You could use that if you'd like to. First though, I got to get my 3 cups of apples diced up. This is the time of the year for apples here in Appalachia, for sure. Oh, Matt said that's why he's listening to me in the living room. He said that's why it's called Appalachia. Appalachia. That's people say that's how you know how to say it is throw an apple at you. I guess I need to taste one of these, and at least see what it is. Now I prefer, everybody likes something different, but I really prefer crisp, and these are not that crisp, they're kind of soft, but crisp, sweet apples. That's what I like. Katie and Corey, or well, Katie for sure, and I think Corey and Matt, they like a sweet tart, and they like for them to be crisp. Granny and Pap, they liked the sweet ones, but they also wanted it to be what they called meller. They said they only liked apples if they were meller. In fact, as soon as Paul come in with all these apples, I was down there with Granny. She said, well, give me one of them and let me see, if I might eat it. Bring me my little curved knives, what she calls it. She's got one of the Rada knives that she's used so much and been sharpened so much it's kind of curved. And she said, bring it to me. And then she decided after that, though, that she didn't eat it because she said it's hard. It's not meller, So she prefers them like that, which I just can't stand if it's real soft. Real soft. Let's taste one of these, though. I could. It's good. It's good. Kind of a little tartness to it, so I'm not sure what kind it is. Apples play such a huge role in the foodways of Appalachia that, especially in older folks like Granny and Pap, you'll just hear them call it fruit. That's a usage that will soon be gone. I don't carry it on myself. I say apple. I don't just say fruit like they did. Granny would say, I'm going to open a jar of fruit. You want me to open a jar of fruit? So she meant like applesauce. It's an interesting usage. I think it come from the fact that apples were just, especially in days gone by, not today, of course, I can get pineapple and whatever I want, exotic fruits, but in those days, fruit, other than berries, they might have talked about berries, but would have been apples for sure. See, I didn't taste this one to see what it tasted like. It's got a little bit of a bad place in it. More sour than the other one. This one's got some bad places too. I'm gonna get me a big knife so I can chop easier. As far as how small the dice that you make them is, really depends on, do you mind like biting into a piece of apple? I don't. I still go pretty small, but the smaller you go, the less chance there is of you biting into a piece of apple that didn't cook all the way up. It cooks mostly though, so that'd be the only thing. And you can see that's about the size that I'm going for. Sharpen it for me.
Be careful of that, and you'll be getting your digits put back on. Sharp.
Okay. Was that one of our knives originally?
No, I don't know where this came from.
Well, it was Miss Cindy's, but I just wondered if, didn't we give her some is that old hickory?
Mm-hmm.
We give her some one time, or traded with her or something, so.
It might very well be, and I just don't know.
She's sharpened it a lot though. We didn't have any that looked like that.
I never knew how to sharpen a knife.
Oh, well.
Unless you sharpen it on some kind of electric sharpener, maybe
Why it's so tiny.
it's quite sharp.
Okay, I'll be careful, but
When you do it,
just lay it down there. It's got such a good feel to it. It just feels good in my hand.
it'll catch you.
I'll be careful. It's usually what I say and then I cut myself. I get in a too big of a hurry is my problem. I like the little Rada paring knives with a silver handle, and that's usually what I use, but somehow I've misplaced this one I was using. There's one that's not hardly that tall, and somehow I've misplaced it or something. I can't find it. So I started using that one. It was Miss Cindy's, and it just feels so good in my hand. Maybe part of it is I think about her when I use it. I'm gonna be awful close. Maybe I'll have enough. If not, I'll have to do one more apple. I think we're gonna have exactly 3 cups. That was perfect. So that was 3 apples, or did I have 4 apples? I'll have to go back and watch the video and put it on the screen, but you probably already know. You paid attention. And they were about average size, I would say. Okay, I think I've got all the rest of the ingredients together. Can't leave out that little apple. And so then we'll go over and just put it together real quick. I made some apple hand pies over the weekend, and I saved the peelings for Corey. I just don't have time to fool with them, either to make jelly or to make vinegar. She's already got her vinegar going. She's done it, so I'm going to give her these 2, and she can add to them or make her another jar. So let me get the mixer out and we'll whip up the cake. I've got the flour already in. I'm going to add the baking soda and the salt and all the sugar and all the oil. And we're just going to mix that up. we're just going to start adding the eggs one at a time. Whew, about put that one on the floor and mixing well. We're going to add the vanilla and the apples. So if you were going to use the nuts, you would have added them in with the apples and the vanilla. So it's supposed to cook, like I said, in my oven for an hour, but that's at 325. So since I'm at 350, I'm going to have to check it quicker than that. Kind of a thick batter, as you can see, but all those apples give a lot of moisture. And once it's ready, we'll pour that wonderful glaze on it.
Alright, I'm going to make the glaze for Tipper's cake. She had to step out for a minute. So I'm going to make the glaze for her cake, and it is a stick of butter, 1 cup of evaporated milk, and a cup of brown sugar. Bring it to a boil. Get it all mixed up and incorporated together, and then just drizzle it or pour it or whatever over the cake, and that's pretty simple. So maybe I can handle that. Alright, now we've got that to a low boil, low simmer. Let that go a couple of minutes or so, and it'll be ready to pour on the cake. Alright, we've let that go a couple of minutes. And I guess now we just drizzle it over the cake. So I'm going to make the biscuits too, and I'm going to do it the old way because I can't find any heavy cream here or enough to, I think, make a batch of biscuits. So I'm going to do it the old way, just with flour and cut in some butter, a little milk, the way we used to do it a long time ago. Probably won't be as good as Tipper's biscuits, but be better than not having them. Ain't done this in a long time. All right. Add in a little milk and see how we turn out. You may whip me.
Why?
Because I'm making these the old way because I can't find no
Cream?
Can't find no cream.
Oh, I'm not going to whip you. They'll be good. Ooh, the chicken looks pretty. Cake looks pretty too. Thank you, Matt.
Yes, dear. These may not be no good, but
Oh, they'll be good. Thank you for finishing it all up.
yes, dear.
Granny was watching one of her or was a movie. Katie, did you know the name of it?
No.
It was a Western, something about Canada, she told me, but I
They were
didn't.
in Canada.
In Canada, yeah.
It was cool.
Yeah. let's see, what do I need to do? You've basically done it all. Get us a jar of corn.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, so I wonder if I have one. I might have one up here. If not, I have to go downstairs.
Corn?
Corn?
You say corn?
Yeah. I think I'll put some butter in it and then just warm it up. Maybe some salt. Cake looks wonderful.
This seems like an awful lot of gravy you put on that, but I put it all on there.
It will soak down in it, make it real moist. Little tomatoes left. Cow for a minute. Doesn't that look beautiful? It's gonna be so good.
So we're going to slice this thing, what are we doing? Or just everybody for themselves?
Ever how you want to do it. What do you think?
I don't care.
I guess you could slice some of it pretty good. Matt's biscuits look great, and I've already tasted one. They're good. And see all the yummy vegetables down in the bottom. And it ends up making quite a bit of little juice, doesn't it?
Oh,
You can put that over your biscuit. That'll be good.
a little bit of it evaporated when I took the lid off, but
Yeah. Somebody might want a whole leg too
that's
there.
what I'm going
That's what you're going to eat, I figured. You can really smell the spices, but also the lemon that was in the cavity. There's our corn. I don't know, I tasted of it. The jury's out. Maybe it'll grow on us, but we may like our frozen corn better. We'll have to see.
Tastes like that corn I go fishing with.
Yeah, Matt said it tasted
Niblet.
like niblet corn, which is okay. Especially if you think about making corn puddings or putting it in soups and stuff like that. We'll definitely use it all. It just doesn't taste as good as usually what we freeze. I don't think. I only took one bite, so I've got to eat a little bit more to see.
Problem is too, all summer long you've been used to eating it off
Yeah,
right out of the field down there, and it's just not the same.
no. And then the cake looks great too.
I'll get one little piece of this over here. I'm just trying to be sure there's enough for everybody.
Oh, there's plenty.
It'd be good if we had some cranberry sauce.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be like Thanksgiving, right?
Trying to find them onions, and they're all up and under the chicken. That's alright. That's good enough.
I said, we didn't put your biscuits over here. We gotta get the biscuits.
You're trying to hide them because you're
No,
ashamed of
I'm
them.
not either. I done tasted one. I'm gonna put that juice over my biscuit. I already know what I'm gonna do.
Why do you say you're ashamed of your biscuits?
It's just me. I think we did good. You mostly did good because you mostly were cooking it all.
Well, you cooked as much of it as I did.
I'll go downstairs and get some jelly if there's not. Matt's wanting jelly for his biscuit. Let's see, I guess I gotta try the chicken first. How is it, Matt?
The chicken?
Yeah.
Oh, it's good.
You can taste a lot of the spices. You can also taste the rosemary and the lemon. Potatoes are cooked perfectly. So are the carrots. The corn's so-so. I'm not sure if I know I don't like it as good as what we put in the freezer.
How was this corn done that y'all don't like it as much?
We canned it. This is the first time, or I think it's the first time we've ever canned. Your daddy says we canned corn a long time ago.
I've canned corn a bunch of times.
Have
Yeah, I'm
you?
pretty sure I remember that. happening in the past.
It's not that it's bad, but it tastes like niblet corn out of a jar, which I get, out of a can, which I guess that's what it is. I mean, you know, kind of, so it's not too bad.
I didn't realize you had plates out.
Yeah, I got your plate. So, get you something to eat. Maybe the other two yahoos will come in a minute.
They'll come shortly, I'm sure. They'll probably be able to smell this delicious food down in the holler. I had to gotta make me a plate so I can feed Ira off of my plate. Ira, you want some potatoes? Ira, say potato. Nah, he said.
Hey.
Did he say potato? Oh, you sweet trying to say potato.
Katie's coming for seconds.
Oh yeah, I needed more of these little tomatoes
Me
here.
and Matt are ready for the dessert. There you go. Go ahead if you want to. I should have got a knife. I'm just going to try to use this.
And what kind of cake is that?
It's apple. Now you can see, Matt, how that all of that soaked into it. Now you could have some ice cream to go with it if you wanted to. That'd probably be really good, but let's see.
I'm on an ice cream restricted diet.
I'm sure you'll have a cone tonight.
Tastes like fall of the year. See what you think, Matt, if you think it tastes like fall.
Oh yeah. Very good.
Very soft and moist because of the apples and then because of that glaze. Has great flavor. Tastes like apples. You could add the nuts and then you'd have more of the nutty flavor too, but I left them out because of Austin. Well, I'm glad Matt insisted I make it. Didn't you, Matt? And then Matt ended up having to finish it for me though.
I was a little concerned because I didn't know if I was doing it right.
Because you're not much of a baker, but you did good.
Ain't much of nothing.
There you are. Well, delicious meal, delicious cake. Thanks. I guess you followed a recipe. And you feel proud of yourself?
Well, I didn't
Dad,
know.
you make the cake. Corey whispered over at the table to me. Did Dad make the cake?
He made
No.
part of it. He finished it. He finished it for me. Put the glaze on. So,
That was good.
yeah.
I didn't do anything but just pour the glaze on it. Your mama made it.
But
That's a
still,
finishing
you
touch. Good for you.
you followed the recipe and
Yeah.
it turned out good, right? So Matt was capable. I guess you passed your challenge is what I'm saying.
Okay. Well, that's good.
Yeah.
That's maybe I'll stay out of the doghouse for a while.
No, just kidding. I love Matt's experimental way of cooking because it's always good. I just wanted to share the recipe of the chicken with you tonight since it's in mine and Jim's cookbook.
And that's really, really
And it's
good.
really good. It was really good. Corey said it was the best meal she'd had all week, and then Matt reminded her that she's eat up here all week because their kitchen is under construction.
So apparently some of the meals back in the week was not that good.
as good as this one. It was really good though. We're always glad when you stop by to help us celebrate Appalachia,
Even when the babies cry.
even when the babies cry.
And
Yeah,
they always cry.
and they always cry. Yeah.